What's up, divers? In today's video, we are going to be talking about sustainability in diving, both for the diver and for the dive operator. Let's get to it. Welcome to our channel, Azul Unlimited, where we teach all things scuba diving. We are currently in Plastic-Free July. This is a program that we like to support every single year because we all could do a little better with our plastic use. As a company, we're doing our best, but there's always room for growth and more awareness. So today I have on the channel with me vegan diver Katt, who you can find here on YouTube, and also she is in charge of the Ocean Pancake podcast. She is a living example of how to change your life because of your beliefs for helping the environment. She's vegan, she does her best to be plastic free in everything that she does.
Yay!
And she spreads the message of sustainability. So we're gonna check in with her to see her tips on how to be a more conscious diver so that you can improve your own impact on the environment and make smarter choices.
Hi, my name is Katt from Ocean Pancake Podcast and Vegan Diver Katt. Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me on your channel, and I'm glad I can share some of the top tips on how to be more sustainable when diving. So my first tip is when you are going diving and bringing all your own gear, make sure to also bring some snacks and water with you, because you don't know if they're going to have single-use water bottles on board or whatever's going on, as well as food. Since I am also plant-based, I like bringing nuts and fruits and things like that, so I chuck those into my dive box and I'm ready to go diving wherever and minimizing the plastic use.
As you know, every time you go out on a boat trip, there is fuel that needs to put into a boat engine as well as oil. And both of these things are harmful to our planet. For that reason, if you have the chance to do shore dives, those are much more environmentally friendly. However, if you do go out on a boat, try and go out with a company which puts the ocean first. So go out with an organization or a business that makes sure to take eco-friendly steps for the ocean and our planet. Some of the things you can ask before you even book onto the trip. Questions such as, how do you manage your waste? Whether that is food or the fuel or the oil. The next question you may ask is, what is your plastic situation? Do you reuse reusable cups and things, or do you provide single-use bottles? Next question is, do you provide ocean cleanups and ocean cleanup dives? So can you actually partner with them to go out into the beautiful sea and do something good for the planet and pick up rubbish while you're diving? And of course, what other initiatives are they taking to protect the planet? Most often, if you go to a company and you ask them this straight up and they are taking green initiatives, they will be proud, loud, and tell you all about what they're doing to protect our oceans and our planet.
Where do you get your gear from? That is another thing you can consider when you do sustainable or try and be more sustainable and eco-conscious as a diver. Do you need to buy brand new fins every time? Probably not. You can use fins from the second-hand shop, you can use fins from Facebook Marketplace, or ask your dive shop whether they sell old rental gear, things like that. The one item I would recommend buying new is a mask to make sure it fits you right. But most other pieces of equipment you can get secondhand. Therefore, you minimize the plastic needed to transport the things, and you're also minimizing the amount of stuff that ends up in the landfill. I mean, check out this great wetsuit that I'm wearing almost every day now, and it might have been from the 80s.
Hi.
Look, at the end of the day, scuba diving is a very environmentally heavy sport, and that is why making choices where we can to be more eco-friendly is a large part of our responsibility as eco-conscious divers.
Remember, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell. for more videos from us. So now I'm just going to share from a dive operator's point of view the things that are important to us, things that we're trying to do to make a difference. By hearing from this side, it will give you more examples of what to look for in a dive operator when you're choosing the company that you want to dive with during your vacation. As Katt mentioned earlier, with the questions that you ask a dive operator, that's going to indicate how serious they are about the environment. There's something called greenwashing, which is happening all over the tourism industry right now. We actually have a really great blog written for us by rimor. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry guys if I didn't, but it's a really awesome article about greenwashing in tourism and the diving industry. So I'm gonna leave that in the description below for you. It'll give you a nice sort of idea of what we're talking about here. Unfortunately, in the diving industry, there is a lot of talk and not a lot of action. So you really want to make sure that you are putting your money into companies that are trying to make a difference. Things that you want to look out for and ask about in the diving operation in which you've chosen are the products that they use in and out of the boat, as well as how they do their logistics. Let me break both of those down. What I mean by products that they use, you want to make sure that dive operations are using natural products as much as humanly possible. Of course, in certain countries, in some places, it can be really hard to get your hands on good natural product, but you want to see that they're making an extra effort for it. That means that the soap that they're using for, cleaning the mask and things like that, it's all completely natural. Any kind of products that they're using to clean the boat, completely natural. You also might want to know what they're using in their office as well. People don't really think about that because it's an office, it's in the center of town, but the reality is that everything that we use in towns, wherever you are in the world, it all goes to the ocean. Everything goes back to the ocean. As for logistics, there are a lot of things that need to happen in order for a dive boat to be ready to go out and take you fun diving. One of those things is just buying groceries. Are they using single-use plastics? What kind of food are they offering on the boat? And how are they handling their own waste? Waste is huge in absolutely every single industry on the planet. So how are they doing that? Are they separating their organic waste? What are they doing with their used oil and things from the boat engines? These are questions that you can ask your dive operation to find out more about their actual sustainability and not just the greenwashing BS that they put on their website. A really great way to know the focus of a dive operation and of dive professionals is by listening to their boat briefings and their dive briefings. Boat briefings should always include, of course, safety and things regarding the entire day spent out on the boat, but these boat briefings should also include details about how to make less of an impact on the environment. One thing that people don't talk about very often, but should definitely be included in all of the dive briefings is marine toilet use. I know, we all get a little bit giggly when we talk about the marine toilet. What goes in, goes out into the ocean. We never put any foreign objects into a marine toilet, but it's also really important the timing of your marine toilet use. We always tell people, please try your best to use the toilet when the boat is moving and not at the dive site. Sometimes you gotta go when you gotta go, but if we can do our best to eliminate the majority of our waste on the travel, then that's actually much better, because when the boat is moving, it's going to... This is gross, but it's gonna send everything out into open ocean. Whereas if you wait until the boat is stopped at a dive site, and especially if that dive site happens to be a bay where there's not a lot of water movement, all of that contamination just sits at the dive site. So that's not only gross, bleh, but it's also not great for the coral or the animals that you're about to see. As for dive briefings, it's always super important for the dive professionals to talk about buoyancy, not touching things, not interacting inappropriately with the environment, leaving the animals alone, and never taking anything from the environment. Every single dive briefing throughout the day should be talking about this, because we need to educate people that things like we saw in our accidents video. If you guys watched Aitor and I analyzing 3 different accidents that we don't see that kind of behavior anymore with divers. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. It's a bit of a longer video, but we really tried to break down these accidents and explain how you can avoid experiencing something like that in the future. So that link will be down in the description as well. Kind of piggybacking off of that point of dive briefings, we as dive operators and dive professionals need to be leading by example. Okay, so again, you can tell if people are practicing what they preach by how they conduct themselves in the water. Is the dive guide in control of his buoyancy? Are they staying well away from the reef? Do the dive guides clean up while they're guiding? A lot of times we swim by and there's little pieces of trash. Do you see them picking it up and tucking it away or putting it into a pocket? Are they practicing that idea of take only memories and leave only bubbles? It's a really important thing for all of us in this industry to be practicing those behaviors. And you can usually find out if dive guides and dive operations are doing so by checking out TripAdvisor reviews. Hearing about experiences firsthand from previous clients will really give you a good idea about what to expect from that dive operation or from that dive professional. How are they using their platform and their voice? Are they promoting Project Aware and other conservation organizations? Are they certified for any of those organizations? That's a really important factor because that means they have met certain requirements in order to get that stamp of approval. These are the things that we need to be striving for as dive operations and dive professionals. So you as the diver have a lot of power into how this industry continues to grow in regards to sustainability. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big ol' thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you don't miss our weekly videos. Just a little reminder, if you want to connect with Katt, I have left all of her links down in the description below so you can find all the goodies.
Come on over to my YouTube channel or come on over to the Facebook group or podcast. We have an amazing collection of people all working together to create a cleaner, greener, bluer Earth.
And then I also want to let you guys know that we have rolled out a brand new product for Azul Unlimited, and that is sustainable t-shirts. We're really excited to be working with T-Mill. They are just an amazing company doing great things for the environment. If you've ever looked into the fashion and clothing industry, it's also not a sustainable place. So we really didn't want to get into it until we were confident that we found a company that had our same goals and desires in sustainability, and we really believe that we found it. So our first line of t-shirts, it's all with a plastic-free message. The goal behind this is to create something that will start conversations with people. We all know that change happens through education, so make it a conversation starter. Start sharing your knowledge that you have about leaving plastic behind and moving forward to help this planet heal from everything that we've done to it. So if you want to check that out, the link is also in the description below. You can check out our store on our website, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Psst. Hey guys, did you subscribe? Did you? Well, if you want to see more videos, just click one of these videos on the screen. Yeah? Let's do it. Come on. I'll see you there.